guys. Hi, Royal Tutor. Can everybody hear me okay? I was having some trouble with the connection a minute ago. Alright, so in this video today I'm going to be reacting to the comments from the last video that I put up. I just did a video of feeding all of my pets, and so I've gotten a lot of comments. I've already gotten so many views on the video, and it went up like on Friday night. So I've gotten a lot of comments and a lot of questions on that video, so I'm actually going to be going to that video to look at the comments on there and answer some of the questions that I got from there. Alright, so let's check out some of these comments. Alright, it says, okay, one of the last comments I guess I got is, why not castrate the male alpaca so that he can be with the others? So Spinnaker is actually a really good alpaca for breeding, and we do breed alpacas. And he has won shows, he has ribbons, so it would be not a very good idea for our breeding program to neuter Spinnaker. Our other male will not be neutered as well. He's going to be part of the breeding program. And so the males will be together once they're old enough, but right now he's the only mature male, so that's why he's by himself. But he has plenty of company around him, and he has plenty of company with the ladies, so it's not a big deal right now. Bella Snow asks, who funds all this? Just wondering, looks expensive. I fund all of this. Me and my husband pay for everything. I know a lot of people are like, oh my god, your parents buy you so many pets. I'm an adult. I don't live with my parents, so it's all on us. So hope that answers that question. Selena and Honey Riding Free says, I hate you. Well, at least she's honest, right? So I commented back and I said, that's okay. I don't expect everybody to like me, but I'm sure you can spend your time in a better way by watching something you do like. I don't get why people are like, oh, I hate your videos. Like, well, there's like so much information like out there on the internet that you can find something you do like. There's no point in complaining, but I wanted to put her comment. It's, well, I don't hate you, but I don't like your Vivek style. It seems plain, and I disagree with a lot about your opinion. Sorry if you feel offended. Mind subbing. So I guess she hates me but wants me to sub to her. And I don't know what Vivek style is. Does anybody know what that is? I don't know what that is. So I guess I can't really be offended if I don't know what it is. So I really don't know what that is. Kiwi Paws, have you ever gotten spit on you? Okay, so I get this question a lot with the alpacas and llamas, and not really. Like, it's this thing where people who don't own alpacas and llamas, that's like the only thing that they know about them is that they spit. They can spit. It's not really something they usually do. Like, you have to aggravate the animal in order for them to do that to you. It's kind of like, does your dog bite you? It would be like that. Like, every time you see somebody who owns a dog and you're like, does your dog bite you? Like, yeah, they can, but it's not like a normal thing, really. Oh, Bella B. I loved the video, but the way you say opossum just bothers me. That's because I'm using the correct name for it. A lot of people are like, why are you saying opossum? It's possum. Opossums are from the Americas, possums are from Australia, and so I'm saying opossum because it's a possum from South America, so it's just to give it an accurate name. Let's see, what else do we have here? Aidlis Gaitan says, you should buy a turtle, please. That's like weird. Is it people comment and they're like, "Hey, buy this animal," and I'm like, "Oh yeah," because I've just been waiting for you to comment that. I don't buy animals or even adopt animals based on what people comment. That just doesn't make any sense. Let's see, what else do we have here? David Lopez, she gave us a farm tour. Love you, Megan. Well, I'm glad you liked the video. This is not a farm tour, though. The Feeding All My Pets video is not even close to the farm tour. There is a farm tour. If you go to my channel, it's going to be like the second video on there. I have like the little bars on my channel, and then there's one titled All the Animals I Own, and then it's the All My Pets tag video, and then the video underneath that is the farm tour. So yeah, check that out, because you didn't even get to see, you saw a tiny portion of the farm in the All My Pets video, in the Feeding All My Pets video. Let's see, what else? Am I still live? Okay. A lot of people giving advice. People always want to give you advice. Like when you put out a video, it's like there's a way you can do it better. It's, most people already know their animals well enough. Let's see. Trying to read through some of these comments. I got a lot of people really liking this video. There's just so many positive comments. Oh, here's one. This is like the nastiest comment I've gotten on this video so far. So it says, this is from private account. What a mess. How much time do you actually spend with your pets? They just see you when you feed them, and then they spend their lives in those cages. Do you own a pet store? I don't understand how someone can call an animal a pet and not spend time with them. Between the upkeep of your pink hair, your blue nails, and all the food prep and the distribution, do you actually spend more than a minute or two with them? What would happen if you get sick and must go to the hospital? Do you have friends or family to help you do all this? By having so many animals, you have a collection of dirty cages, dirty enclosures, horrible small bird cages, and overcrowded pens. I don't know if you run a rescue or what, but just imagine if I had 70 hens or 70 rabbits, I would have a production, and this is what you have. Well, yes, I know, but you put yourself out there in this video, and anyone can comment, and that's what I think. Just like those people with 19 kids, so many kids they can't control them until one of them molests others, never having another one, buying in the thrift stores and eating some things. No wonder these girls married so young, because it's such a mess. You have a mess here as well. All right, well, that person was angry. Clearly this person has a lot of anger issues that don't even have to do with me. Also, I don't know how you connect me to somebody with 19 kids. Anyways, okay, so let's start at the beginning of this comment. How much time do you actually spend with your pets other than feeding them for 2 minutes? Do they see you? In this video is titled Feeding All of My Pets. So in this video, you're only going to see me feed each pet. This isn't, spending time with my pets or anything like that. So yeah, that's why you only see me a few seconds with each animal, is that I'm trying to put a video out there that's not 2 hours long, and this video was still like 28 minutes long. It's a very long video for YouTube, and I wanted to make it shorter, but it's just hard to edit that much out. So yes, I do spend actually a lot of time with the animals, but when I'm feeding them, I go through a routine, and at that point I don't spend a lot of time with them. But then later in the day, I give them the attention that they need. Let's see, what else did they say? Do you own a pet store? I do not own a pet store. I don't own a pet store. Rescue, I do rescue a lot of the animals. I do foster and things like that as well. I just rescued, that dog Lyra. I got her adopted out to a wonderful home in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and she left today. So yes, I do rescues, things like that. Let's see, what else does it say? Overcrowded pens. I'm assuming that this is probably somebody who maybe they've just never seen any of my videos. And too, it's just somebody that's hating on it, and they're gonna just come up with whatever nonsense they want. Well, as far as the overcrowded pens, the pens that you see with the alpacas and the goats when I'm feeding them, that is where they sleep. That's where they come in to eat. Those are just, pens we put them in when we irrigate. As I said, they are not fed hay because they're grazing. So you have to imagine, if you have some common sense, that they have to have a huge area of land in order to get enough grass to eat from the ground every day. So, what you're seeing in this video is not everything. And if you do want to see where the alpacas live and to see that the pens are not overcrowded, is you can watch my farm tour. And you can see that there is huge fields. We have acres of land. They are not overcrowded. Small bird cages. I have tours of the bird cages as well on my cage tour playlists. They're not small. Let's see, overcrowded. Sometimes too, people see some cages and most animals don't want an open space. You got to put a lot of things in there, toys, hides, things for them to climb on. But the thing is, though, is that even the animals that do need a little bit more open of a space, I still get complaints. I'm going to get complaints of like, oh, you don't have enough stuff in there for your animal, or, oh, you have too much stuff in there for your animal. And then what else did they say? Dirty, they're animals. Yes, there is going to be dirt. That's how animals are. I do not keep my animals in sanitized enclosures. They are not sanitized. They are cleaned, but it's not going to be like a sterile environment. That's what I'm trying to say, a sterile environment. That's not the way that I take care of my animals. Some people do keep their snakes in a little tub that's completely sterile. That's not what you're going to find here. And how dare I take care of myself by painting my nails and my hair? I actually don't spend a lot of time on my hair, but let's say that I did. It doesn't matter. The animals are still taken care of. I can still, should still take care of myself. So that one was pretty crazy. Okay, so, oh man, that closed. Okay, gotta pull this back up. What happened to my comments? Alright, stopped working for a minute. A lot of the comments that I get here could actually be answered if you guys watched videos that I've made. So be sure to check out my playlist. If you have questions about animals or stuff right now, I'm just going to be answering the questions from that other video. Then I got signed out of my YouTube account, so now I gotta sign back in. But yeah, that person just clearly has a lot of anger issues that, aren't even about me. I am signing back into my comments. Oh, one of the comments that I did notice that I've gotten a lot is, what about your ferrets? So I actually don't think I've talked about this at all on social media recently. But basically with the ferrets is my ferrets were a lot older and they had health problems. And that's kind of why I haven't talked about it. Is it's just not something I've wanted to talk about because it was very, very hard. I haven't had ferrets in months, but I went through a really hard time with them. And eventually I had 4. Eventually 3 of them have passed away since I've started my YouTube channel. But I still had 1 left. But after going through all of that, I really didn't want to get another ferret, and I did not want that ferret to be alone. So I actually ended up sending her with my friend who did already have a ferret, and her ferret needed a companion. So that's what happened with my ferrets, and that's why you probably definitely not going to see them in the videos anymore. Alright, so let's go back to where I was. Oh, Cookies and Cream asks, can we meet your husband? If you go to my guests playlist, my husband is in one of the videos and we actually did a Q&A together. So I think you guys would really enjoy that, so check it out in my playlists. Alright, I finally got back in here, so let's see. The last one we read was private account. And Tanya Gupta asks, do you do this at night as well? Obviously not. That's why the whole thing was in there. That's what the animals need, in a 24-hour day. I don't know why I would be feeding like the dogs in the middle of the night or something. And Shadow Lord. Oh, I always get people trying to correct me in the videos. Sorry, that was one of the dogs. Shadow Lord says the boy goats are called billy goats. That's not accurate. Male goats that can reproduce are called billy goats. Male goats that are not able to reproduce are called wethers. I have both, so it's kind of easier to just say the boys. That way it's not, oh, the wether, the billy, blah, blah, blah. So they are not billies. Jess Goodwin, the tortoise and rabbits living together is so cute. Yes, it actually is. They're so cute together. Oh, and then I did get a lot of suggestions for painting the parrot cage, which is great. I think I'll be able to use one of those. So that was really nice. Doesn't the leopard gecko need his calcium? This is from 72836. Yes, all reptiles need calcium actually. So all, bearded dragons, geckos, they all need calcium. So yes, that is true. But that doesn't really have to do with this video though. So this was a feeding all my pets video. It wasn't a reptile leopard gecko care video. So I try to focus on what the point of the video was. Let's see. Oh, Moji Patterson, was that cotton in the rat's cage? No, there's no cotton in the rat's cage. T. Murphy says, go vegan. Never gonna happen. Not going vegan. I'm not even vegetarian. Gabriel Leon Guerrero says, do the crested geckos share the same cage? Yes, actually, I have a very weird situation. My male crested geckos share a cage. So that upsets people sometimes. I do what's best for my animals. I've said in my care videos, don't put your crested geckos together. you really have to know what you're doing and know a lot about your animals in order to do something like that. So I don't recommend someone to do that. Let's see. What else? Oh, Luzzy? I don't know how to say that. It's Luzzxy. Please, no one listen to her and do not feed your dogs the way she does. This is not a balanced raw diet. A raw diet needs to be so much more than that, and what she's doing is harming them. Oh my God. Yes, this person is right. They are repeating exactly what I said. At the beginning of this video, I made sure to put, do not feed your animals this way. This is not an example of their diet. This is not what you should be feeding your pets. She's 100% right. I don't know why she's repeating me, but yeah, that don't feed your animals the way that I'm feeding them in this video. And she's 100% correct. A raw diet is not, it's a lot more complicated than seeing a dog eat one meal. You're not going to learn how to feed a dog a raw diet by just looking at one meal. So I don't know why she's hating when basically she's repeating what I said. Let's see. Hammy, love, you're a unicorn. Love your videos. Thank you. Viviana does YT. I think you're overfeeding that one guinea pig. I don't know. Like that. Okay, so Cupcake, I've always gotten a lot of comments saying she's really big, and I'm like, she's just the same size as any other guinea pig. But then Twinkie, who's a little bit younger than her, is significantly smaller. Like, she didn't grow to be as big as Cupcake, and I don't know why. Like, maybe Cupcake is really big. She's not really fat at all, but she's just big. I don't know why. But maybe people are right, because they've been saying that she's a pretty big guinea pig, so maybe. Those livers almost made me leave the whole video. You know, that's actually from the grocery store. People eat that. I don't know. I would think that they would put that about the bugs that I gave the opossum. Is overtone permanent? From Camp. Yes, overtone is permanent. So usually if somebody says that the color does not fade, that means that the color is permanent. And that's what I use to color my hair, in case you didn't remember that from the video. Let's see, what else can I answer from here? Lisa, the cat dude, love watching you feed your animals and see what all they eat. Well, I got a lot of really great comments. So many people just loved this video. My pet's life. I hope this doesn't offend you, as it's not meant to, but I was wondering why you don't make tribute videos when an animal of yours passes away. That's just not something I do. It doesn't bother me that somebody asked. It's just something that's not really, you're not going to really see that on this channel. It's just not something I do. Not really very many other reasons than that. Let's see. I was wondering about your dogs and cats' food. Do you only feed organs once a week? Is that why they get so much? And why do you feed this is from Trisha A. Why do you feed raw food to the dogs but not the cats? I feed my dogs and cats both raw, basically. Just curious, because I know you said you don't feed them the same thing every day, but it's obviously a lot to me. Most people feed muscle meat even on organ days. The food that I fed the dogs that day wasn't actually, to me, it's not a lot. That's how much meat they usually get in a day. When people feed their dogs raw food, typically it's a lot more food than the amount of kibble you would feed the same dog. Organ meat, the chicken livers isn't really like an organ meat, like cow organ meat. It's a little bit different, so you can actually feed it more often than once a week. And two, my dogs have always been on a raw diet. Only Caspian has ever had kibble. And so he's been on a raw diet for years, and it's just, I guess, kind of different. Like, they can handle more of the raw meat than a dog who's barely been switched over. Organ meat, when I actually do feed cow heart and kidney, I feed that together, and that one I'll only do like once a week, but I won't include any other muscle meat in there. And they do fine on that. As for the cats, Lily won't eat. She's very, very particular about her food. I can't even really switch her from different types of brands of food. And Portia does eat raw meat too, but it depends like what I'm feeding that day, because there's certain types of meat I don't give him, or certain things he doesn't want to eat. But he does. It's for him. It's kind of like a half and half. Strudel at 24:42. Why is the rat's bedding colored? Isn't that unsafe? The rat's bedding is Carefresh, and I actually think that other than fleece, that's one of the best beddings that you can have for rats. Fleece and Carefresh are one of the more like higher end, more expensive type of bedding. And no, it's not dangerous for the rats at all. People argue that it's dangerous for chinchillas. I personally think that it's not, and I explain that in some of my chinchilla videos of why I use Carefresh. But it's definitely not going to harm the rats at all. They're perfectly fine on it. In fact, a lot of people use Carefresh. Owl Feather, you've got an opossum. I love them so much. I heard they're horrible as pets, though. Props to you for dealing with that. That's so funny, because the opossum to me is such an easy animal to deal with. Like, other than his diet is a little bit more complicated. But if somebody wanted an exotic pet, I would recommend an opossum. If you're not squeamish, if you're willing to feed bugs and frozen mice, it's not a hard pet to take care of. I don't know why somebody would say that they're hard to deal with. He's like so sweet and just so like easy to take care of. It's like easier than a hamster. Audrey Mayer, you're such a great person. I can't believe you take up to 2 or more hours each day to feed your pets. Well, actually, when I did say 2 hours, thank you. I just want to make a correction. When I did say 2 hours on feeding the pets, it's actually 2 hours to feed the rabbits. That's just the rabbits. It's 3 little rabbits that I have to bottle feed, and it takes an hour in the morning and an hour at night. So when I am having to take care of those rabbits, it definitely takes me a lot longer to feed all my pets than 2 hours. But the rabbits aren't something I always have. I just am fostering them right now. And then I got a lot of questions about the bird chop, feeding the birds, how to get them on a diet like mine. Just check out my parrot playlist. There's all that information for the birds in that one. See. Do you have any ideas about what to feed Chop to a sun conure from Snake Angel? So like I said, I got a lot of questions about that. It doesn't matter what species of parrot you have. My parrot playlist video applies to all of them. So if you have any type of parrot, you know, or cockatoo, cockatoos and cockatiels are parrots, you can look at those videos because it's the same. It doesn't matter if it's a sun conure or a rose-breasted cockatoo. They're going to have the same diets. There's a few species that have a little bit different requirements, but they're still going to be able to eat whatever another parrot can eat. So it's not like, oh, are peas okay for sneagles but not okay for macaws? So that's an example of they're fine for whatever's fine for one's going to be fine for all of them. Animal Lover 100, yay, you've got a sponsor. Thank you. And so many comments. I've been waiting for this video forever. It was really hard to edit. Oh, Stacy Kelsler, who else thought the birds were hilarious? And also, let's try to get Happy Tails to 100,000. You guys are so nice. I also got some comments about the treats for my chinchillas, so check out my video about chinchilla treats. It's a whole video on what they can eat, how often you can give it. So that would be really, really great if you guys have chinchillas, because it's hard to find the right treats for them. Victoria Liskova. Hello, Happy Tales. Can I ask, my guinea pig pees in his bed. Can you help me with this? I don't know what to do to stop him from peeing there. That sounds pretty normal to me. If anybody comes up with a way to not let them pee somewhere, let me know. Lilas Lemmy, if you want to spend time with your animals, how do you separate your time for them? A lot of my animals get attention at the same time, kind of. I spend a lot of my time with a lot of them. Like the parrots, I have them all out together. The dogs, I take them, out with me whenever I'm doing stuff around the farm. Just kind of things like that. From that really ugly comment earlier that somebody, was about the whole 19 kids, I think some people... Okay, are we back? What happened? Okay, sorry about that. So what I was saying is I think that not everybody understands, kind of tolerate it. And so not every animal I have is a dog. So it's just not all of them, need that attention from me. Some of them want me to just leave them alone completely. Like Theodore, for example, he's one of the prairie dogs. He wants me to just completely avoid him. Pepper is a prairie dog, and she wants attention. She wants to be scratched and rubbed and massaged. So each animal is different, even if it's within the same species. Some of them are just different. Okay, this one is from Orca XD Games Plays. But common snake food is frozen just like chicken you buy at the market to eat. This is in regards to me saying that I wasn't going to show my snake eating. The snake food and the chicken you buy at the market, both are frozen. It is the same thing. People that don't like it should learn that it is the same thing. I'm sorry, I love snakes like crazy. They're my favorite animal. And for all animal lovers, please don't say you're an animal lover if you only like the furry. Snakes have feelings too. I have seen affectionate Burmese pythons. You can search on YouTube if you don't believe me. I mean, snakes can love people, not only dogs and cats can. Snakes can love people too. I agree with this comment 100%. I agree with everything that he says in this. Unfortunately, like a lot of the subscribers that I get on this channel are for the cute and fluffy and furry. So that's why I didn't show the snake eating, because people are going to get upset about it. And like, I already get like a lot of hate comments, so I don't know. I guess I just kind of try to like limit how many hate comments I'm gonna be getting. So that's why I was just like, I'm not even going to show feeding the snake. I will show him eating at a different time, because I am planning on making a video about feeding ball pythons, and I want to talk about how to get them to eat and things like that, and show that whole process. So that will be on my channel eventually, but I agree with him. It's like I'm showing the dogs eat chicken. It's the same thing as a snake eating something that's dead and frozen. There's nothing inhumane about it. The animal, died peacefully. So, but I guess this wasn't something that I wanted to deal with on this video. But he is right. Do you still have hermit crabs? I got a few comments about that. Like I said, the hermit crabs, I've talked about this before. The hermit crabs were given to me because somebody said, take these hermit crabs or I'm just going to throw them in the trash. And I was like, oh my god, okay, I'll take the hermit crabs. Like, I'll take care of them. But I didn't want hermit crabs as a pet. So eventually they did get adopted out to somebody who had a very large enclosure for hermit crabs. So that's what happened there. Ernie Hayes, you are so amazing being able to take such great care of so many animals and still have time to do a wonderful YouTube channel. Thank you. Caitlin G, do you not shear your llamas and alpacas? They have a lot of fiber on them. uh, Again, somebody who's, I guess, probably never seen any of my videos before. I have videos about the alpacas. I have an actual video where the alpacas get sheared. And there's also videos on my channel where the alpacas are like really naked because they got sheared like within the last couple of weeks. It's October now. The alpacas get sheared in April. I don't think they have a lot of fleece. I was actually thinking they didn't have a lot of fleece, but if I did not shear the alpacas and llamas, they would have just mountains of fleece on them. I have a picture on my Instagram account. If you guys want to go to it, it's at Meghan_Happy Tales, and just scroll through it. You're going to find a picture of an alpaca that has not been sheared in a couple of years, and you'll see it is a huge difference compared to my alpacas. So yes, they get sheared. Actually, what's her name? Willow was not sheared this year. I bought Willow in, when did I buy Willow? I'm going to say it was like August. Was it August when I got her? She wasn't sheared by the person who owned her before, so she'll get sheared when they come again in April, but she's the only one. Other than that, I don't think they really have a lot of fleece on them right now. Let's see. Pit Perfect. What model do you follow when feeding the dogs? Actually, kind of my own model that I've come up with researching and doing nutrition classes and things like that. So anybody who's interested, I do actually provide you with meal plans for dogs. I help people switch their dogs over to raw diets. The prices for that can all be found on my website. And if anybody wants the links to my website, Instagram, they're going to be in the description of this video. They're in the description of every video. Animal Land, how does your crested gecko tank not grow mold? I've never had an issue with that. I don't even know how to answer that. I never had any issue with mold. Little Biscuits, how long do you normally wait to separate the baby alpacas from their moms? Can you do a tour of your prairie dog cage? Looks really cool. Yeah, I'll try to do some more videos on the prairie dogs. The alpacas, actually, it's going to be pretty soon. Little Camilo's going to get weaned in November, so he'll be going to another pen as well as Storm. The female alpacas, you don't typically need to take away from the moms. They can just stay there. The moms will wean them themselves. They'll stay with the herd. If you were going to sell them, you could probably sell them at about 10 to 12 months. But males you should take out at around 8 months. What does chop consist of? Is it just chopped up veggie? And this is from the Cavi Herd 4. Yeah, basically, it's just a bunch of chopped up vegetables. I usually do about 6 to 7 veggies with 2 fruits and something like chia seeds or something like that. Quinoa a lot. So, yeah, that's basically all it is, but you gotta make sure that it's balanced. If anybody wants, like, chop recipes, I have tons in my Instagram account. Just scroll through my pictures. Oh, and everybody really loved the pleco fish coming to like the top of the water to eat. Wow, I've already been live for 40 minutes. Time goes by so fast when I'm doing live videos. I'm trying to think if I got more comments. Got good comments about my hair. Thank you. I think that was pretty much most of the comments that I got as far as questions, things like that. Oh, there was one more. I can't seem to find it now. And it was, it was about the rat cage. They said, why is the rat cage so tiny? Don't they need a cage with levels? I don't know why people say this sometimes. Like, the rat cage, I did actually want to show more of it, but I needed to cut down the time so much. So All you saw in the rat cage is like the door to the cage and like one of the little boxes off to the side, and I put like the food bowl down like right at the door. So I don't know why they ask that when there's you don't see the cage in the video. So I don't know how you know how big the cage is when you didn't see it. The rat cage that I have is 3 levels. It's got a bunch of little bags and hides and toys and things like that. So no, the rat cage is not a front door. I also got that about the guinea pig cage. Again, it's a cage you didn't see. But whenever somebody says, oh, your cage is too small, I ask them, please write the actual dimensions of the cage in order to prove your point. Because people write these comments, but they don't know how big the cage is. And, like, you got to be super talented if you want to be able to say you can say how big something is in a video. Like, you can't tell the size of something. So all the cages are the right size for the animal that they're housing. Prathiba Chadnashiva comments, they are not peacocks, they are peahens. Oh, comments like these are some of the comments that get to me, that I get like a little annoyed with. And so I've already explained why I don't use that word. And somebody commented and they said, Happy Tales, could you tell me why you don't say that word? I've never heard the word peahen. I'm interested why you don't use it. And so I was like, well, that kind of makes me laugh because it's like that comment is the exact reason that I don't use that word. If I went around saying peahen, peafowl, very few people would know what I was talking about. Everyone knows what peacock is. So whenever I'm talking about all of the birds in general that are the males and the females, I say peacocks. Peacocks are male of those type of birds. And then peahen is a female. A peafowl is what you call all of them. So basically I should say, oh, the peafowl are coming in to eat. But I mean, he's like, they're not peacocks. Actually, there were peacocks. If we want to get technical about it, there were peacocks. But that's just like, I'm not going to say nonsense that people are going to be like, what is she talking about? What kind of bird's a peahen? But people always like to pretend that they know everything. And it's just always like, you can ask or something like that. That's nicer. Oh, okay. I think this is going to be one of the last ones. This one, it says, Capri Swift song. Did you hear her swear at 4:15? So if anybody wants to go to the video, Feeding All My Pets at 4:15. I did not cuss. I did not cuss in any of that video. The only video I've ever cussed in was reading hate comments. And that way, like, you'll know if I cuss in a video. So in the Feeding All My Pets video, what I'm saying is Shiva. I think people think that I am saying a 4-letter word that starts with S, but what I'm saying is Shiva. Shiva is not a cuss word. It is the name of a Hindu god, and Shiva is the name of my goat. So all the comments stopped. Is everybody running off to 4:15 in the video? Oh, there we go. Somebody wrote it on there. Probably everybody's going to be writing that. Yeah. All in caps. That was just funny. I was like, that's not a cuss word. That's my goat's name. And it's so funny because, like, I'm closing the gate for them to all eat in there, and Celine and Honey writing. Somebody's commenting on here, can I sub to them? And they just wrote a comment on my YouTube that they hate me. Why do you want someone that you hate to sub to you? That's what I want to know. But yeah, I think that was pretty much a lot of the comments that I got. So questions, things like that. Anyways, so thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it answered some of your questions if you had any about the Feeding All My Pets video. I hope you liked that video as well. And I will see you next time. Bye!